Alright, so this is the Quirk cyclocross 4-5 race. I'm just kind of do a voiceover. This is my first cyclocross race ever. So I think we're about ready to start here. I line up middle-ish, maybe? I didn't pre-ride, so I don't know exactly where we're going initially, which was a mistake. So this is the last race of the day. Everyone was racing all day. I didn't get a chance to show up super early and ride. But you go down here and you take a left-hand turn onto some gravel, which I take the gravel, which is very loose. So I'm losing ground. The guys that took a better line on the left in the grass, or there, I think further right in the gravel will be a little more compact. But once you start turning, kind of you're stuck where you're at. So I can already see the guys coming around the turns here. So this section is just flat turns. Nothing super technical, but we're going pretty hard. At least for us, we're going hard, I would think. I mean, my heart rate is already at 175 and we just started. So take these turns. And then also up here, coming up, it gets really bumpy. You can't even see it in the camera, but like right through here is really bad. And you're just losing speed. And I even mentioned it, I think, if you can hear it on the camera. It's just bumpy. And then it smooths out. And then we start going downhill, and then there's like this immediate left, and then immediate right and a left again. So everyone's bunched up. It's a little more technical. Just do this right-hand turn into a left-hand turn. But then at the same time, if you see the sign up here on the left, I think it comes up here. Yeah, the race organizers are pretty funny. They had, I think, a Benadryl sign, and if I sound stuffed up, I think it's still from this race. I like breathed through my mouth for an hour and then just ate a ton of dust. My lungs and my sinuses are just paying the price. But anyway, I think we also pass a guy here on the right hand side in a little bit. Yeah, there he is. So the single speed guys started, I don't know, 30 seconds, a minute before us. So that guy was just chilling, doing his race. Here is like back by the train tracks. It's pretty fast. It's more single track than the rest of the course. Kind of see, it depends on how they laid it out, but coming up is the first dismount, remount section of 3, I believe, if I remember right. So we're up these stairs. There's a young kid that is like way quicker on remounts. Like he's like jumps on his bike here in a second. Everyone just being slow, which is fine. I was slow. I can't complain. But we're still with the same group for a little bit, and my goal is just to stay with the group that I'm with. But, you know, that never works out. So this is like the most fun part of the course, I think. It's this little section we just went through, and then this left-hand turn into a right-hand turn downhill, and then I think that picture is, yeah, it's Pee Wee Herman screaming, so kind of fun. And then you go through here, it's really fast for us anyway. When I say fast for me, is it really fast? Probably not, but I thought it was fast. So anyway, let's go to my technical, the grass sections again. Really sharp turns, long straightaways. And it's hot. It's 90 degrees. Here we climb. This doesn't look very steep. The GoPros always smooth out the steepness. This was kind of steep. Most of the time you stand up here, go through some rollers. There's the cheering squads up here. This guy lays down. It just gets fast. I think I dismount here because I see other people running, so I jump off real quick. Because I don't want to get stuck, like tip over. And then I think another guy goes down here. I almost go down there. You'll see it's like really fast through here, and it's really loose. I don't know if it's a combination of the dust and the grass, but see, that guy just went down. I go around him. No, he's running. It's the kid from earlier. It was a quick remount. And then I go down, the front wheel just washes out. I probably braked. I don't remember. This guy crashes, probably from watching me crash. He's joking about it. And this is where I lose a ton of time. I can't, my brain is in a fog because I'm trying to go, but I can't. And I don't realize what it is because I can't pedal. It's my water bottle somehow popped out and it was like jammed into my pedal on the right hand side. So for a while, once I see it, I start kicking it. And then we're off again. So we're back. So a little brief pause there. Hopefully it doesn't sound too extravagant, but this is Brian in front of me. I raced with Brian before. So this is I think the first time we have to, no, this is the second time. Dismount right here. Sorry, hop back on. Brian's better at it than me. See this guy on the right hand side tries to pass with his remount. So we're just cruising. This part, if I recall, it's not too bad. It's kind of fast. It's not as tight turning as before. You actually have some room to pass people since it's a little more open. If you're feeling it, you just go. I think I just kind of chilled behind Brian for a little bit, and then I ultimately passed him up here. He raced earlier, so. Let's see, he just runs through the bushes here. Yeah, I think this is when I overtake him. And then we just, go through these few little turns here. We keep going. This is when we hit the pinwheel. It's like all off camber. So you go right all the way up and then left all the way down. Going up is a little more treacherous. It's so dry, like I mentioned. It hasn't rained and it feels like forever. So I don't mountain bike, so this is hard for me because I want to lean to the right, but I know I can't. So I'm just going kind of slow. Everyone's going slow. I'm just taking the high line here. This guy just says, nope, I'm walking. So we're going up. Here's the worst part I just passed. If you can make it through that. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe I could have ran here faster, but everyone else, we were pedaling. This guy put his foot down. Thankfully, I don't crash here the entire race, which is nice. In practice, I practiced here twice. And the pinwheel was a feature in all the practices. I had a hard time. But once you start going left, you can go pretty fast. Especially down the bottom here, you just start going around. You can't really tell on the camera, but I'm sure a few times my back wheel just kind of slides out, which is fine. It just happens. So he wants to pass this guy. I think I ultimately passed him at these unmounting section here where you have to unmount and run across. You could bunny hop him. I didn't feel like crashing or trying, so I just ran across. Jump back on. Probably pretty slow. We're off again. So those are the 3 remount sections, the entire course. We're nearing the end of the lap. I think I won't talk through every lap. I might just cut some of the middle sections out. It's more or less the same. I think sometimes they do sand through here, but it's like I mentioned, it's so dry that it's so loose they didn't want to do it, so they just routed the course around it. These are the few last turns, and this will be the straightaway to the finish, where that white tin is on the left-hand side. So that's lap 1. So we're starting again. So let's cut to the end. So here we are, I think a few laps later. We're about to do a dismount, but I wanted to cut to this part because I thought it was funny. So I've been in front of this guy for the longest time, and every time right here, his friends are posted up and they'll yell at him. It's good fun right there. It's always fun when people are coming out for these amateur races to give you some grief. And this guy was hilarious as well.
Way to get it out, you freak! Go get it!
All right, back. I think this is the last lap here. The guy that was behind me got in front of me at some point. Man, tell by my heart rate, I'm just dying. I'm just going all out the entire time for me. So it's just a struggle. So whoever's a little bit more fitness maybe, or dug a little deeper at one point on the straightaway got in front of me. Honestly, he probably has had better bike handling skills. He'd go faster through the turns, but So here we are again. He's in front. Last lap. Going through this section here. And we passed a few people earlier in the race too. Some guys just kind of petered out and died, which is, you know, happens. It's tough. Bike racing is just hard. So anyway, we come up to these kind of steeper sections here. And I think this guy in the red, I gained 2 spots super quickly. So we'll come up to this hill and they just get stuck behind each other. And he remounts and just gets off the bike. And you can definitely go up this. So I don't know what they were doing, but and then I never see him again. So that knocked him out of, you know, my race. Is that and ultimately there's a guy behind me. You can't really see him. I don't have a rear facing camera, unfortunately, but he's right on my tail. So we'll go through these sections, and he's right behind me the entire time. All right, so this is right at the end. You go through the pinwheel. He's still right behind me. You can't see him. I can just feel he's behind me. So we're running across this. Only a few more turns for the end of the race. He's just breathing down my back. But anyway, so let's. Nothing crazy happens up here, really, but it's kind of fun. We'll let the race play out.
No!
And that was the race. 9th out of, I think there's 22 racers overall. I beat the guy by like half a bike length. He's a nice guy. I talked to him at the end. You know, we said how much we were in pain and how we fell down a few times. So overall, definitely do cyclocross again. It's a great race. It's a great day.
Oh my God.